with the recent announcement and subsequent rumors of the format in which the final part of AOT's final season will be in, there was a lot of speculation that happened and is still going on. 5 one-hour-long episodes with the movie? 12 episodes with the movie? 6 one-hour-long episodes? There's just so much. I can't take it. What are they gonna do? Well, while we can only speculate and read about leaks and rumors, which may or may not even be true because, as they say,
the missions change. They always do.
So in this video, I want to go over and discuss if Attack on Titan will go in some way, shape, or form anime original. As well, this video will be completely spoiler-free, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So just to be courteous to people that may be anime onlys, to lay out what we're working with, Attack on Titan has a total of 9 chapters left of the manga to adapt, and for the most part, the anime series pace consistently this season was a total of 1 chapter per episode. This is because this part of the series really slowed down to close out arcs of characters, and also because these chapters were much denser in dialogue and less on action segments. For example, the first episode of Final Season Part 2 was 3 chapters, give or take, of content, but the rest of the season is pretty much just 1 chapter, 1 episode. So, analyzing the contents of the chapters that have yet to be adapted, in my estimation, there are likely around 8 to 10 episodes left of content that they can adapt for Part 3. Though honestly, I'd expect 10 to even 12 episodes, as it's been very well documented that Isayama's final arc was somewhat rushed in certain areas. Now, let me define that phrase, because many concerned trolls will tell you the ending of AOT is butchered completely. When we use the phrase rushed in regards to Attack on Titan's final arc, what this means is that certain details were seemingly cut out, making the story feel a little more condensed. To base this off a more pure example, I think it's more akin to the way Ufotable handled the Fate Stay Night adaptations. The Heaven's Feel trilogy in particular, where much of the original 30-hour visual novel was removed, condensed, or completely rewritten to fit into a 6-hour, give or take, movie trilogy. The entirety of the story is still there, but there are details that would make the story feel more fleshed out that are gone. In other words, there were concessions that were made in the light of Isayama facing deadlines and publishers rushing the series to a moderately early conclusion. So, how can the final part rectify what many people consider to be a great final arc hampered by minor pacing issues? Well, they could simply just go back to Isayama's original details to simply flesh out the things that weren't in the original story. Most people's complaints simply come down to the character arcs not being fleshed out enough, so that's a natural starting point. This is also something I think they're going to be doing in the anime, as already in the final season, they fleshed out Falco's character in Part 1 and Part 2 with details that the manga didn't have. For example, Falco's Jaw Titan transformation felt a little rushed in the manga and not well explained enough, but was masterfully executed in the anime with extra bits of little details. Mappa has shown a propensity to add details or even rearrange parts of the story entirely, so this is not surprising. For example, the flashback sequence in the final episode of Part 2 with Mikasa, Eren, and the rest of the Survey Corps was in an entirely different place in the manga, chapters before the events of the second half of the episode. So it wouldn't be surprising if they did some anime original content to flesh things out or swap things around. Now this brings us to the anime original content, which I think is a great idea actually for Attack on Titan, especially in this final arc. I'd love to see this because I think there is so much room for characters that people maybe weren't disappointed by but wanted to see more of in the final arc. For example, I think they should bring back Hannes. That was a joke. Or maybe it's not, but one thing you can be certain of is that if they want a full season of 12 episodes again, which may be a possibility, this would be a no-brainer in my opinion and a win-win for everyone. If Isayama feels he needs to add to the series finale, and if his audience and readers and watchers feel that way as well, then I don't see the issue. Though, to address the elephant in the room, the anime original ending. And that being said, this really does get into extremes when we start to talk about an anime original ending. This is something that I'm equally parts confused by and intrigued all at the same time. The ending of Attack on Titan to me is perfect and doesn't need to be changed, and 100% will not be changed unless, well, plans change, because as they say,
The missions change. They always do.
Though I must warn everyone, I would not trust people saying that there is for sure an anime original ending that is confirmed, because if anything, nothing is confirmed. And if I were a betting man, the ending itself is going to be completely unchanged from the manga. It also doesn't make sense where we're at in the story, this far into it, this late, to have any other ending than what we got in the manga. It would be a different story if this season diverged a lot, but it didn't diverge any. So rest assured, AOT is not going AOE. And since I know people will be in the comments below telling me I'm biased or something, we can easily deduce this based on every other anime out there currently. For one, MAPPA isn't going to ruin the original creator's vision when the original creator himself is so involved with the series to begin with. Secondly, there is already limited materials anyways, so for them to make new content kind of takes time, effort, money, etc. It's all the more likely that they would just expand the series further than simply just change the final episode, as it would make more sense to flesh everything before it out to make the ending itself stronger and even better. Isayama has even said sometimes that he sees the anime as a way to improve upon his original work, and thus consults closely with MAPPA and WIT to make sure that not only the story is represented properly, but as well is the best version it could possibly be. With that being said though, I think many of the actual fair, legitimate complaints will be addressed in the anime version for part 3. I can't foresee a future where they don't at least make the pacing better by fleshing out the arc more and adding details. With that being said, anyone who tells you that the anime is confirmed to have an anime original ending is lying to you or being disingenuous. There is absolutely no confirmation from MAPPA, Isayama, or anyone working on the project that has confirmed it. There are theories out there, but these are simply from fans who already hate the ending anyways that are spreading a lot of misinformation. So pretty much nothing new within the AOT fandom. Though at the end of the day, for me personally, my hopes is that I just want the anime to continue what it's been doing so far. Pretty much. Attack on Titan's final arc is going to be a really exciting time for the series, as there is so much that's great about it. That being said, if I was in charge of this project, I'd make this final season at least 12 episodes long and add in a plethora of new content that just adds more detail, lore, and world building to the series, because I would love to make videos about them, and that's pretty much it. And on the opposite side of that, I hope that we never, ever, and I mean ever, see an anime original ending for this series. While I trust MAPPA immensely, I still do not want any original content that could possibly ruin the series. Because like with anything, by changing the ending that you stuck with initially, you're ruining the integrity of the meaning it brings, and basically caving to what is people who love to hate the series they love. Also, does anyone not remember the tragedy that was The Promised Neverland Season 2? I do. I covered the entire series on this channel. That being said, based on the story Isayama has told so far, he himself doesn't seem to want to cave to that pressure at all. And good for him. After all, he did write one of anime's greatest war stories, and while plans change, great endings don't. But we've come to the end of the video, and I want to ask you guys, do you think Attack on Titan is going to be anime original? Put down in the comments below. Also, this week, likely tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Q&A live stream, so make sure to come out, ask me some questions, whatever you want to do, chill out and have fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.